Oh, say, can you see the light? What's so proudly shouldn't have turned down those cue cards. Oh.
I just started doing my intro. I realized I hadn't added myself to the screen. Welcome back to the United States of Australia. I am the Aussie guy. And what a start. Great start. I blame Echo Pineapple. He kept me way too long for What's Your Handle and distracted me a lot with his shitty comments. So fuck you, Echo. But here we are for another week. And of course, joining me is a man who, well, he's my friend and he's yours. He's just Josh. How you doing, brother?
Doing good, Ozzy. I see we're running a little late, but...
Yeah, a little late. That was mainly because Robbie's just fucking bitching in the backstage area.
We had to let him get it off his chest.
Yeah, we had to let him. And it's a big chest. So,
It is very big.
yeah. I guess I fucking let the cat out of the bag, haven't I? But, also joining us, a man whose hard drive puts ESOs to shame, Robbie the Mariner fan. You don't get that one, or you do get that one?
No, I don't get that one.
ESO is the former producer of the Shuli Network that
recently... Jesus fucking Christ! What the fuck?
There
looking
it is. You got it.
Good, Mark. Looking good.
You are looking good though. The hat's looking tight.
Yeah.
Tight as in because you got a fat head, but it also tight as in looks good.
Thanks.
Well, you don't have the hoodie on, so it's just a little more we can see of you.
Yeah. Coach Dayla.
A little.
Is he still upset about the Bills?
Yeah. No, I'm more in. I don't know. It's weird because I was upset and then sad, and now I'm over it, and then next Sunday it's going to all start again.
Yeah, for sure.
No, it's like 7 stages of grief times 2, so that's going to be fun.
And something happened today, which we may talk about later. I don't know. We'll see how the show goes, but fucking bonkers trade in the NBA today.
And I don't even like the NBA anymore. I haven't watched a game probably in a year and a half. Even I was like, holy fucking shit.
Yeah, that fucking hit my Twitter feed today. And my closest friend, Mad Dog, we'll call him Mad Dog, he's a huge NBA fan. And I just saw that and I was like, I got to text him. And I just wrote, what the fuck? And we had a chat about it. But yeah, bonkers trade. We might talk about it later. But for now,
it went down at 9 p.m. Pacific time. So it was like one of those political stories they try to bury in the middle of the night, but it was an NBA trade.
The weekend dump.
Exactly.
Coop's already got a freaking Luka jersey, I guarantee you.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, because he's a fucking he's a white supremacist for sure. So anyway, let's not fuck around too much.
Aaron's boring, and April adds nothing. It's gonna be great. We're scripting this morning. Come on, it's time for Movie and the Scrimp. It's time for Movie and the Scrimp. It's gonna be mediocre as fuck. It's time for Movie and the...
Yes, it is. And I just want to point out, teammates of mine now are pretty antisocial as we do a show called Telling the Lie. Can you describe what that is? I don't know what that is.
Salute.
That's a salute, is it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a love or hate it emoji. I know a lot of people that hate the emoji, and those are the people I send that emoji to all the time. Shout out Justin in Cincinnati.
Thank you. And Coach Dayla says, hey, Haley, because he knows that there's no way Jackie is in the chat right now. It's definitely Haley running the pretty antisocial account.
Big guns.
Yeah. And g'day, Tommy and Rover and Mistress Meg. Great to see you all. So this week, Jackie sleeps in, says Haley.
I wish I could do that too. No, I'm just joking.
I don't doubt it. So this week, episode titled Temporarily Suspended. And I know you imagine those that are following the Steel Toe saga and all that might assume that I've got clips relating to Aaron Imholt's suspension from USA Boxing or Safe Sport or whatever the fuck he's actually suspended from. But no, we don't really. I was on This Little Piggy yesterday morning and we discussed that. But I did my usual thing. I went to Wednesday night. I like Wednesday night shows. I like to clip from Wednesday night shows. But before we get into that, Robbie, first of all, have you seen anything about this Aaron suspension? Have you heard about it?
Yeah, I saw one tweet came across my For You feed, and I was actually pretty proud of that because usually I'm completely oblivious on when this show starts. But no, apparently he got suspended by the USA Boxing. Like, I wasn't sure he was a coach to begin with. I guess he was, but now he's suspended because he's run his mouth or something. Like, they actually looked into it, and is that am I in the right direction?
He was never a coach, but you're definitely in the right direction.
Okay. Well, he acted like he was a coach. So,
Josh, what are your understanding of it? Could you enlighten Robbie, or do I have to enlighten you both as to what happened here?
You probably have to enlighten us both. I've probably got half. Robbie's got the other half. So
what happened? So Aaron proceeded to say that dozens of emails came in that said Aaron abuses his children, right? That's what Aaron claims. That didn't happen. I'm almost certain that didn't happen. Maybe one email saying that he beats women. I would suggest
there might be dozens that say that, honestly, but not.
Yeah, and maybe does. I don't even think does. I think that's
true.
So, no, what happened? Yeah, you go.
So, when people get emails, it's kind of reminds me of Ben Maller's show. If you get 2 or 3, that feels like a dozen. So if I was ever going to play devil's advocate, you get 2 or 3 emails being sent saying you abuse women. That feels like a dozen.
Yes, but this is also Aaron Imholt.
That's true.
Yes. But no, what I understand and believe to what has happened. A few weeks ago when his coaching credentials were brought into question, where someone emailed Scott at the gym, and Scott replied and said Aaron has never, capital letters, been a coach at this gym and has never, capital letters, been asked to be a coach at this gym. Aaron reacted, which is very, very funny. Aaron likes to talk how he switches off the internet and goes to his real life, but then he makes real life decisions based on what's going on the internet, which is great. So he went and renewed his non-athlete membership to USA Boxing to make him a coach. Now, what happens when you do that, fellas, is there's a background check. Yeah. Yes. And I imagine a background check, because that was 2 weeks ago. I imagine, about 10 days, whatever, the background check brought up the fact that Aaron has violated a HRO. He's got that against him. He's got a felony revenge porn case against him. I imagine that's what's triggered the suspension. But of course, Aaron has to explain that, it's people emailing and complaining and all that. So that's kind of been done to death a little bit at this point. And I went back to Wednesday night show because I'm just looking for fun clips, But before we go there, Robbie, again, you're a boxing guy. You immediately said background check. Before I said it, you said it would trigger a background check. What do you imagine, like a felony charge and a misdemeanor? A potential felony, and then a misdemeanor that is actually existing. What do you imagine how USA Boxing would look at that?
Well, a lot of these government or these sports body agencies or they're pretty lax, or they don't do background check, but there's always a scandal that comes out every few years, and then they'll actually pay attention for a while. And the one thing USA Boxing wants, considering there's people hitting each other, is deniability. In case, you know what I mean? Like, they don't want to have someone attack a spouse and then it come out that they had pre-existing stuff, and yet they had been trained by a boxing organization. So they don't. I wouldn't say their background check is thorough, but they do make sure there's no domestic violence or anything in that domestic criminal realm when they do a background check. So
Bingo, Robbie. And that's why I threw to you, because bingo, you nailed it. That's the problem for him right now is the HRO that he violated was against his first ex-wife.
mm-hmm.
In that HRO, there's allegations that he abused his second wife, and he's currently under felony revenge porn charges from the woman he was fucking during his second wife. Like it's a clear issue against women, and that would spook USA Boxing. I don't
because
doubt
that ends up with them being named in a lawsuit if they don't do anything.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Josh, now that you're up to speed, any thoughts on all that?
Aaron is a lying piece of shit.
All right, let's get to the clip. So I went to Wednesday night, and so what we understand, we all found out about it, I believe, late Thursday night for Americans. For me, no, sorry. Yeah, late Thursday night. I think it was Friday afternoon for me. Is when it was found out about the suspension. This is Wednesday night. First of all, we're starting the beginning of the show and just showing how great of a fucking broadcaster he is. But we are going to get into something where I think it's a little bit of a notice that he was aware of this Wednesday night. But we'll get to it. Let's check. Oh, God damn it. I'm going to find the right folder. There it is.
What the hell is wrong with me? Can we figure this?
So that's a great start, though. Maybe he did already know about it. What the fuck is wrong with me? But no, he's talking about his illness, and we're going to get a deep dive into his illness.
This shit out. Good evening and welcome to the Steel Toe Morning Show. I'm Aaron. You guys are great. I've been timing my druggings so I can do shows. Like this morning, I get up, I take some drugs. I'm a little temperature-y and sweaty, but, you know, I take my drugs, I take my painkillers. I'm not sore, I don't have achy joints, and I can do a morning show.
Professional. This guy's a pro. He's ready to go with his show. He's going to tell people about how he feels sick.
Took the painkillers and everything.
Took the painkillers to get through a talk show.
A telethon.
Yeah, who cares if your muscles or your joints ache? You're sitting there talking into a microphone. Unless it's your fucking jaw joints, who gives a fuck?
The painkillers are for the disappointment of not reaching the goal occasionally.
Well, yeah. We'll get into that later.
Then I went up in bed all the rest of the day. Talked some things over with Scott. We had to, just to let him know I'm not feeling well. He's and it is going to hurt a lot of people's feelings because we really need you here, so on and so forth. And I'm
boom, there it is. I talked to Scott to let him know I'm not feeling well, and then he said, "We really need you here." I think that's setting it all up right there. He knew about the suspension before this. He was setting it up through the illness, but he talked to Scott. Now, when the suspension comes out, he talks about how he talked to a couple of people on the phone about this. I think this was the moment. Scott called him and said, "Have you seen the email that you're suspended?" And then Aaron goes, "Yeah, I'm sick anyway. It's all right. I won't be able to fight in February anyway. I'm sick." But he's going to roll with the lie a little bit longer.
I'm like, "Oh, look, I'm going to take some COVID tests today, and if those aren't good, I can't come in tomorrow. But I want to come in tomorrow."
The old COVID
tests. Now, this guy has been with Gino Bisconti and all these people about COVID's a bunch of bullshit. It's 2025. Who's doing a COVID test and avoiding work if they don't, like, if they want to go to work? Like, if I felt like I had COVID but I wanted to go to work, I'm not doing a COVID test. I was just going to go to fucking work. fuck you. Like, if you want to go box. Don't do a COVID test to get out of it. What are we talking about?
Yeah, this might have worked 3 years ago.
Yeah,
Still
to
works.
me, it
Still works in my state, by the way.
no, it still works. If you do a COVID test and test positive, you can go, yeah, that'll get you out of work. Don't get me wrong. But as someone who's been anti fucking the whole COVID thing, but he's using that to get out of going to the gym,
Yeah.
it feels like
Using it as a crutch
guy,
now.
Yeah, it kind of feels like a guy that's suspended and can't go to the gym, right?
Not only do I have a fight coming up, but I got other responsibilities. So we are one step closer to confirming my opponent, though. That was nice. So now,
one step closer. Nobody's your opponent. Yeah, you are a step closer to finding out that.
we have the so I had the COVID test. Actually, what happened was I've been feeling like shit since like late Monday night. Late Monday night, I really started feeling like garbage. Just woke up in cold sweats and just achy. And then I was achy all yesterday. I've been.
Hey guys, yesterday I was on this little piggy. All right, that's 4 p.m. in the afternoon, US time, but it's like 5 a.m. Perth time.
Oh, that must have been way early for you.
Yeah, about an hour after I left this little piggy, I got violently ill. And I had a shit Saturday. I'm fine now, though.
Achy all today, and just, Advil keeps it at bay, and then that wears off, and you feel like shit again. SP is just the sweetest. My baby just, men when th're sick are complete pussies. And if you,
I'll agree, I was a pussy yesterday.
You've got a good woman, they just take care of you. And SP sent me, because she has to work.
By the way, if you got a good woman, I'll go back to his baby. He called SP his baby. I call my baby is my 2-year-old daughter. So, but whatever. But when you've got a good woman, you would definitely refer to her as slam piece. That's definitely
Exactly. That's like the furthest thing I'd be calling slam.
Yes,
Really.
Texan Beyond Wrong. Thank you very much for the $5. In Texas, only a positive COVID test will get you out of work. Only a positive. So not like positive AIDS tests that won't get you out of work? That's crazy. I mean, AIDS is not that big a deal anymore, is it?
No, not anymore.
Not since Magic Johnson.
That's right. Yeah, $180,000 injected directly into your blood gets rid of it.
Work and shit. But like, she sent me a care package. She had it delivered. She ordered a bunch of stuff, had it dropped off at the front door. Oh my goodness. 2 COVID tests, some lemon iced tea.
2 COVID tests.
In case you mess up the first one, you got to have another.
Yeah. And he probably can't. He's not quite ready to stick it all the way up his nose. He's got a gentle nose. He doesn't like snorting cocaine. Faggot.
Some tomato soup with some rolls. Couldn't eat them. I will eventually, though. Some Propel mixers to mix in your water for hydration and electrolytes and whatnot. And then a couple.
Oh, hello, Rochi. What happened to the fruit? No, not Moby. He refused to come on the show today, Rochi. I fucking begged him to come on, and he said no.
What a
fucking
diva.
way. Yeah.
He was sold to a nice family at a local Kroger store.
And the great Mike Durbin Productions. G'day, Aussie guy and crew. Thank you, Mike.
Good day.
We love Mike here.
Other little snacks and odds and ends. So that was really nice. But I took the 2 COVID tests, and both of them were negative.
You took them both?
2
Why?
negatives equal a positive, Aaron.
And how'd you take them? In the anus? What's going on?
And I kind of hate that because I was kind of hoping it was COVID because who gives a shit about COVID anymore? But if it's not.
Wait, what?
What?
What does
You
that
just
even
did
mean?
5 minutes on why you thought you couldn't go to work or go boxing because you had COVID. Now you're like, yeah, who gives a shit about COVID?
I was hoping it was a positive COVID test, so then I could go to the gym because who gives a fuck anymore? What a fucking moron.
COVID, I don't know what the hell else it is. You know, it's all the symptoms of when I have COVID.
Just like all the symptoms of
Just having a
the
normal
flu.
cold.
Yeah. Well, when COVID was strong, everything was a symptom of COVID. Like if
Yes.
you stubbed your toe, that was a COVID symptom. You know what I mean? Like
Diarrhea, anything
Yeah.
like
Sneezing
constipation.
uncontrollably.
a nosebleed, hair loss, anything. It was all COVID.
Erectile dysfunction.
I don't know what else it could be. Some people said flu, but like the only flu-like
Well, that'd be a crazy turn of events, wouldn't it? If it's not COVID, could it be flu? Ooh, who knows?
symptoms that I have, because I'm not running a real bad temperature. It's like up around 99, so it's pretty.
Mistress Meg, sorry. Dusty house. That's very funny. Because that's probably what it is.
normal. The only symptoms I have for a flu is fatigue and muscle soreness and joint achiness. That's it. So it's
Oh, so 3 symptoms. That's pretty.
So all the symptoms
strong.
of a flu,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Oh. But he did test positive for fagginess. All right. I'm childish enough to bring that chat on the screen, Mike. Thank you.
That was gay.
Johnny Arcade, it might. Oops. It might just be. Oh, God damn it. The chat moved. I didn't like your comment, shit show. It might just be a bad case of shame and embarrassment. You never know. Although, shit show, yeah, hair dye allergy. There is a theory that he's dyeing his hair. I don't know about that.
Dark. It is pretty dark.
If he's
It's pretty
dyeing his
dark.
hair, what's the point if you're going to have that style of hair cut? You know what I mean? Like,
I think he puts product in his hair, which I think does darken it. Like if you put gel in or whatever, because he did a members only show on Sunday, didn't do his hair at all. It was all fluffy, and that looked quite brown at hair. So I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Sorry, let's continue.
I guess it's either influenza or arthritis, one of the two. But I had a very chill day. I sat upstairs. I watched a couple Marvel movies. I watched Spider-Man Far From Home. That was okay. I can't. I've tried twice now to get through Thor Love and Thunder. I can't do it.
We can't get through Thor Love and Thunder. We're going to get into movies. Robbie, you're into the Marvel stuff and that, aren't you?
yeah, not as much as I used to be, but yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm interested to see this next clip, reasonably short, but I know my friend Chris would just call him the biggest douche for this next clip. But Robbie, you might be on his side. I don't know. Let's go.
I haven't played that interview yet. We'll get to it a little bit later tonight, where the guy who's playing Captain America now is just, he's a cunt. And like, it's really hard to get into Captain America because the one clip I've seen of the new Captain America is he's given this speech on white privilege and shit. And then he did this interview recently where like Captain America's kind of shitting on America. I'm like, well, it sucks. So I don't know if I'm even going to go and check that one out. I think Marvel might have once Iron Man died. Spoiler alert. Once Iron Man died, I think that whole thing died. People are trying to.
Okay. Just what for that? So Captain America got interviewed, did he? Or was it
The actor,
just
Mackie.
the
or
actor?
Yeah.
Look, I
It
get
looks
it.
like a terrible movie. Sorry to cut you off. It looks awful.
No, I'm sure it's bad. Don't get me wrong. But like my friend Chris and I, he loves Marvel movies. I don't know any of this shit. But I was just listening to that, but this is what stands out to me of like shitty movie fans are being like, oh, that somebody said something woke. Oh, that movie's gonna suck. Well, I don't know. Like, did you want to watch it before you saw the interview? Maybe the actor's a dickhead, but he's a really good actor. I don't know. Like,
I get that, and usually that's the case because like 95% of Hollywood people are liberals, another 5% hide in the closet that they're Republicans. So it's but at the same time, he was really annoying with that interview. He was like, Captain America isn't America's superhero. He is the world's superhero. And it's like, then why the fuck do you name Captain America? And if an actor annoys you enough, it's hard to get that cognitive dissonance where you're
That's
watching
fair.
a movie. It's like some people can't watch Tom Cruise movies because the entire time they're just thinking of Scientology, and that's not a problem with me. I love Tom Cruise as the actor, but it's that type of thing where, like, if an actor's a big enough d-bag or a big enough weirdo, some people just can't watch their movies, and so I get that. I get his point sadly for once.
No, look, it's fair. I clipped it just because I'm interested. I don't know this stuff, but my attitude just was like, well, I don't know. I don't base the movie on the actors' interviews.
Yeah.
But
it's kind of like how one of the action movies or action series that's really popular on Amazon that has lots of guns and stuff that's based on like a series that's popular with veterans because it's pretty pro-conservative, but the main actor is like anti-gun. It's like you just got to go into that expecting that the actor's personal opinion is that way. And I'm blanking on the show name. Is it Reacher or something? Does that sound familiar to you?
Not at all.
Anyway, so there was some controversy with that, but yeah, I don't know, something about saying Captain America is an American superhero just so beyond. Like,
yeah, that's fair.
It's a little crazy.
Maybe I shouldn't have clipped that. Maybe Aaron had a point. I don't know. Anyway, we're moving on.
Yeah.
Because Aaron's going to be full of himself again, and it'll bring you back around.
Have that.
And again, like last week, I normally crop it where that bit is not on the screen, but obviously, again, there's a reason that bit's on the screen.
But thank you for your help. I have some big news. This is going to be great. For some of you, though.
But I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, but Melton pointed this out, and I got to point it out as well. Can't you clip it to where it doesn't cut away from Bad News Barrett? You know what I mean? Like, sorry, I'll go back a fraction to his clip. See that there? Why would you leave that in the clip?
Because you're lazy. No. Not you, but you.
No, well, because he didn't clip it. Someone clipped it for him. Like, you know what I mean? Now, I haven't properly vetted your clips today, Robbie, but
I actually tried. Like, I did like it. That's almost as bad as if you hit screen record end and then it all pops up on the screen. You know, I tried to get rid of that. We'll see if it was successful, though.
So glad you said that, Robbie. Anyway,
sorry. Gray Duckling with $76 earlier this afternoon. You know, a lot of people they've started doing this thing where they watch the show later. Obviously, there's thousands of people who watch the show later. They don't watch it live.
Obviously, there's thousands of people who watch the show later. Right? What's the view count on this episode, Josh?
1.7 thousand.
Yeah, so would you call that thousands? I don't think you could you? I think by dictionary definition, you couldn't call that thousands, could you?
No, I don't think you can. It's not even 2.
Although there must be all on Rumble, we all know. And Twitter, of course. Twitter gets tens of thousands of views.
And they've been chipping in. And it's been really nice to see. So we knocked out this morning's goal. Thank you.
Here's one soundbite.
We put another 20 towards tomorrow morning, and then the merch shop has been going crazy.
Sorry, by the way, that soundbite that he hits, that fucking crowd roaring every single fucking time, right? He plays that 1,000,000 times. Back to the Bad News Barrett. Why does he need video for that? Couldn't he put that on his board? I'm sorry, but I got some bad news. Just put that on your board. You don't need the video, and then you don't have the shitty end to the cut, right? Anyway.
Feel like I should give you guys a piece of that back for tomorrow's goal, so we'll do some calculations there. But the links are in.
Don't you love the way he words it? He's got a merch store now, and he's like, I feel like I should give you guys a piece back. You're not giving the audience money. You're just dropping your request for money.
You're just begging slightly less.
Yeah, it's you're not fucking reducing anything. Like you're not giving anything back. You're just saying, I'm gonna beg you for 200 instead of 240. What?
He's got to recalculate now.
Yeah. And that's good. I'd love to see how this merch. Like, yes, he got some hits on his merch store, and we need to start a merch store. We just need some good artists.
Was it the Twister game?
Yeah,
Remember, he
well,
was trying to push that shit.
the Twister thing is done. He's never mentioned it again, and I think that $100 Canadian spooked him because, yeah. Oh, actually, who was that? I need to go back to that episode, find out who that was, and find out if they got their fucking Twister
Right?
game or if they're gonna get it. Because that's fantastic. Oh, Flimsy Greenberg's here. Hello, Flimsy. Wait, what happened? There it is. I'm just here so I won't get fined. That is a good. That's a good reference this week. It is Super Bowl. What do they call it? Media week,
Yes,
right?
Media Week.
Yeah, Media Day's coming up, and that's a classic from like 10, 12 years ago from Marshawn Lynch. I'm just here so I won't get fined.
I hope it wasn't 10 years ago. That'd be time flying.
It's over 10. It's over 10.
That's 2014. Was that
Was that 2014 or 2013? Because they went back-to-back Super Bowls. They won one, lost
maybe
one.
it was 2013, but yeah, it's definitely 10 years, Robbie.
Yeah. It's at least 11, maybe 12.
Goddamn.
Yeah. Is Aaron? Oh, sorry, no. It's actually the double R. But anyway, is he licensed to fight? And wouldn't that be great? I remember when Butterbean fought Bart Gunn in the WWF at WrestleMania because Bart Gunn had won the what'd they call it? I can't remember what they called that tournament. But they tried to do like a legit tournament in the WWE, like real fighting. And Bart Gunn won.
That's how you get me in.
Yeah. What was that? Fuck. It's if someone in the chat knows what that tournament was called.
Wrestling for real?
No, it was
Sorry.
Oh, damn it. I hope someone can help me out. But anyway, Bart Gunn won it and they set it up. They had no real end to the tournament. And then they were like, they set up Bart Gunn against Butterbean at WrestleMania. And Butterbean knocked him out in like fucking 18 seconds or something. It was insane. It was, yeah. Butterbean's a prize fighter, man. So yeah, Brawl for All. Thank you, J-Dub Productions. Brawl for All. That's what it was. Thank you for fucking helping me out of that. I appreciate it.
The chat, if you want to do Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, or the merch shop.
Sorry, I got to pause. Rover was actually first, to be fair. So fuck you, J-Dub. It was actually Rover who got there first. Anyway.
Is now in there as well. Thank you very, very much. 110.
All right, I had very little left in that clip, so that was a waste of time. But we do have to stop the show because thank you, OJ. Thank you, OJ. OJ sent his audience.
Thank you, OJ.
Appreciate it. Well, at least one person anyway. I saw it at 174 watching his show earlier. It was only 64 watching us, so maybe he didn't send his whole audience, but no. Thank you, OJ. Appreciate it. Moving right along. What did I have next? What number was that? Oh, that was the 1,000 viewers. This one is a little bit more visual, so if you're a podcast listener, I apologize, but there is a verbal aspect to this as well.
Very much, Great Duckling. We appreciate it. It also shook up the Chad Buzamok top donations board. Informal.
So he says Chad Buzamok. All right. This kind of bugs me a little bit. I don't know why, but it does. When you say it's booze, right? You don't say boozer.
Right.
Oh, yeah, you just say booze. All right. And his name's Chad Buzamok because he's making fun of Chad Zumok, who's a drunk. So he calls himself Chad Buzamok. But Aaron says Chad Buzamok. I don't know. It kind of bugs me. But there's the first little look at that. Look at up on that head there. Look at that weird looking bald spot.
Yeah, he's got a little something going there. Upside down T. Got an upside down T going.
We all know it's coming in at the front here. You know, look, I'm a man that's balding, but I'm comfortable with a shaved head. I'm fine with that. This man doesn't want to let it go, and yeah, turning your head around like that, Aaron, and this patch at the back there.
Warfare still on top at 310. That was a big drop back on Tuesday. Gray Duckling is now in second with 110.
See, it's weirdly off to the side a little bit too. You know, like most bald spots crack dead center, right? You know, this one's just off to the side. It's almost like someone gave him a real hard fucking, what do they call that?
Gave him one of those noogies, or it's
noogie,
sparring gear. It's for where his head's always got that shit on it.
Yeah.
Man.
I reckon he gets noogied weekly at the gym. That's what's going on there, and they just worn away
by the other coaches.
Yes.
Aaron's period pill at 105, and
one of his top donators is called Aaron's period pill. That's tremendous.
Andrea holding it down for the ladies at $100. Crunchies at 85. You guys did knock a girl out of there with that $75, but the women are still alive. They can still jump in. Thank you, girls, very much for fighting back all this misogyny and all this evil and all these disgusting men who are coming.
Is this his way of trying to make the judge hear him being nice to women? I don't know, because it sounds pretty fake.
Coming in here and being pigs. We appreciate it. And to the pigs, how about we pay pigs? All right.
No.
Loaded rent.
Fucking comedy gold. Yes. Why don't you be a pay pig? Hey, pigs. Pigs in the chat here. All you pigs. Why don't you become pay pigs?
Oink.
Oink, oink, pay pigs.
That's another way to pay.
I think I've only got one more Aaron clip for this week. Oh, yeah. This one's fun. So it's going to start off with generally shit-talking us and people like us. But then what he had to shit-talk, I know my two guys here are football fans and all that. So I just thought it was interesting, the way he shit-talks and then what he follows through into. I don't know. Let's see what my boys have got to add to it.
Consuming things about this show, you're addicted. Like you can sit there. It's like the kid pulling the girl's pigtails in school. You can pretend you're doing it because you don't like her, but you have a crush and you're obsessed. I'm sorry I have to be the one to break it to you. Don't argue with me. You're wrong. I'm right. You have an obsession with steel toe, and it's okay. I'm really good at what I do. So if you have the obsession, just own it. It's okay. And if you're someone who does a show that's only based on more Aaron, you can't get enough either, because if you tried to do what I do, you would make no money and you would fail. So you're not as good as I am at this. So those who can't watch others who can do it, do it. And again, you can cope, you can argue, you can be sad or yell at me or whatever. I'm right, you're wrong, I win, you lose. You just have to get used to it. Thank you to...
Can you imagine? Can you imagine even responding to that? Someone who just said, I'm right, you're wrong, I win, you lose. Like, imagine how childish it would be to respond to that. Whatever, Aaron. Who cares? Let's hear what you've got to say about the Minnesota Vikings.
Adam Simon for gifting a membership. Good start tonight, boys and girls. Thank you very, very much. I'm getting real sick. I'm seeing way too many of these takes lately on football. You know, the Super Bowl's coming up, so my Twitter feed is inundated with football stuff. And one of those football items is Viking stuff. And I'm seeing some good news out there, like the Vikings want Trey Smith, the right guard. I like
super research. What is it? What is his name?
Trey Smith.
Trey Smith? Is it? He's a right guard. Trey Smith. All right, so you're on top of this, Aaron. You're all over it. Yeah. Let's go. What do you got?
We're gonna get him in free agency. I'm seeing that we want to.
Oh, now you're gonna get him. Oh, I just thought you were talking to him. But yeah, you're gonna get him. Yeah, cool.
Extend Cam Bynum and Byron Murphy, and both of those guys want to come back. I think that's great news. We want to extend Josh Metellus. I think that's great news. But I keep seeing more and more people, and they're just talk show hosts. They're not like insider guys. This isn't like Tom Pelissero or anything like that.
All right, so you've definitely researched this. You've gone into it. You fucking analyzed it all. You didn't just turn on around the horn and fucking decide something. Keep going.
But I'm seeing more and more talking heads talking about the Vikings franchise tagging Sam Darnold and keeping him. I'm telling you, I don't want it. I don't want to see it. That would be like if after the 2017 season, we kept Case Keenum. You saw what happened to Case Keenum the next year. He got a decent... He didn't even get a...
We also saw what happened to the Vikings. They gave a shit ton of money Kirk Cousins and never got as far as Case Keenum got. Interesting.
Huge quarterback paycheck. Other teams in the league knew what that was. It was a fun little fluke year. He went for a big ride, and in the end, he showed you who he was. Same thing with Sam Darnold. It was a fun, fluky deal. We went for a great ride. Our coach is awesome, but when it really mattered, Sam Darnold showed you who he was. So that's why it concerns me when I see other people look at the Vikings, see a guy we drafted 10th overall, and they go, why don't they bring back Sam Darnold? No, let's get on with it. Like your Super Bowl window, when you draft a quarterback, you open up a 5-year Super Bowl window.
How far into the Bills into their Super Bowl window, Robbie? They're past 5 years, right?
I think so.
They give up now?
What?
Should the Bills give up now? They're way past 5 years.
Are you trying to make me feel bad, or are you asking a legit question?
I'm trying to make.
He's hoping Josh Allen's going to win it on the back like fucking Elway did.
No. Well, no. What I'm saying is JJ McCarthy ain't no Josh Allen. I guess is my point. No. And nothing's been proven.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because that's how long a first-round draft pick's rookie deal is. 4 years and a club option. So you have 5 years of a cheap quarterback to build a stellar team around him, make all the right moves, and try to win one Super Bowl in that 5 years.
Has that worked for anyone?
The Chiefs. And that's it.
And that's about it. That's about it.
Yeah. Who's won Super Bowls with a quarterback in their first 5 years other than the Chiefs? Anyone?
I feel like this is going to be one of those things we get fact checked, and it's going to be like, oh shit, we didn't think of that.
Brady would have won very early.
Yeah, but that was before the club option, the 5th year thing. So
let's go back through. We could sit here and go back through Super Bowls over the last.
No, that's true, because it was Brady at Tampa.
Brady in Tampa, Brady obviously in New England. It was Nick Foles in Philly when they won. Matthew Stafford in LA.
Stafford at the Rams.
Guys have been in the league for years and years and years that are like, if it's not Brady or Mahomes, it's guys that have been in the league for years that finally get over the hump.
Hell, it took Peyton how many years to win one?
Yeah, Peyton Manning, it was like 7 years before he won his first, and then another 9 years before his second. Like,
I don't even count that second one as his Super Bowl. He couldn't throw the ball more. Yeah. They dragged his dying carcass of an arm across the finish line that one year.
That was Von Miller's Super Bowl.
Exactly.
Yes. This doesn't happen. You don't win Super Bowls in the first 5 years unless it's Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
But that is a talking point you always hear. So you can tell he just watched like 30 minutes of around the NFL. And it's like, I'll just copy this.
Can you guys pay us some money right now? Because we're doing this way better than Aaron is doing it. I just want to point that out.
He's a copy and paste, man.
Why would we waste another one of those 5 years on a quarterback who's shown us what he can do, and it's not enough? So
14 wins, 2 bad losses at the end of the year, just to be fair.
I beg to differ with his GM qualities here in the sense of, so JJ McCarthy hasn't proven a fucking thing,
and has had 2 knee surgeries since being drafted.
So he hasn't proven anything. At least if you franchise tag Darnold, you know what you got. You don't have to pay him outrageously. And you know what? With the amount of crappy ass quarterbacks in the NFL right now, I'd hold on to him.
Yeah, I would. I don't know what they're. You can always finagle the cap to do what you want. But it could, like, worst case scenario, if you franchise Darnold, if he sucks, you could do what the Falcons do and just sub in the pseudo rookie
Yeah.
quarterback in the
Right.
second half of the season, like they did with Penix. So, like, and
I've also had
Darnold's not going to have very many suit. Oh, that was
Stephen Weishaupt. Is that how it's said? I don't know. How long was Eli Manning in the league before he won it? Look, he might have been inside 5 years. I'm not 100% sure on that. But that's
wasn't that
back,
before the whole?
That's fucking 18 years at this point.
Wasn't that before like the 5th year option and all that stuff? The new collective bargaining agreement. Yeah,
exactly. Like Sam Bradford got $50 million on drafting.
Oh
that's why they changed it.
Do you know how much money he made? He made his career for being a below average quarterback. It's insane.
Right.
It's got to be at least $180 million.
And he actually played. That's the best part. Yes.
Yeah. He's the reason the Rams went back to LA.
yeah. Well, and the first year of Jared Goff, too. People forget how bad Jared Goff was that first year with the Rams.
But he had that fucking killer year where they.
Yeah.
What did they lose in the conference championship?
He made the Super Bowl 1 year with the Rams. But...
Yeah, they lost that 13-3. It was an ugly.
That's
Super
right.
Bowl.
That was the ugliest
Patriots.
Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, that was the year Goff and Mahomes went toe-to-toe. It was supposed to be in Mexico. And no, not in the Super Bowl. I mean, earlier in the year. It was like a Sunday night or a Monday night.
Oh, was that like the 52-49 game or something?
Exactly. Yeah. That was a fucking banger of a game. Goff had a great year that year. But the Patriots defense was ready for it. So I think that's the end of my Aaron clips for this week. It is. We're done with Aaron for the week.
And we can say his week was not mediocre.
Jared Goff and Todd Gurley were unstoppable.
What could have been to Todd Gurley?
Todd Gurley
wouldn't have had that. What was it, like, degenerative knee issue? He had the same thing Brandon Roy, if anyone's a basketball fan, had, where it just became all the cartilage eroded away, and it was bone on bone. He would have been a Hall of Famer. He would have been a first ballot Hall of Famer if he stays healthy. It sucks.
I remember the Cowboys had the Rams in the divisional round that year. I remember saying, if the Cowboys can stop the run, like, they can beat the Rams, and the Rams ran for like 250 yards that day.
That's how the Eagles will, if they win the Super Bowl. That would be how they do it.
We don't stop anybody, Ozzy. We don't stop anybody.
No, that's right. Yeah, fucking hell, and fucking Schottenheimer. Jesus Christ, don't even get me started. Anyway, the next part of our
together. What do you think? We're gonna do it, and it's going to be fun. Bing, 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 bing.
I'm waiting for a whale to respond or something. It's like,
I love the at the end, like, as if she's like, I realize that's just garbage and nobody cares. But Kiki this week, pretty antisocial indeed. Fuck Keanu Thompson, indeed. Kiki went on BYB, Backyard Boys podcast this week, and I found a few things quite interesting, mainly for the fact that she still don't fucking get it. She still doesn't get it. Clip number 1 from Kiki says, Kiki didn't tell Aaron anything.
Inside stuff to Aaron, who obviously is going to jump on screen and say all of it because that's what he does every time.
Did you see that I also called into his show and said, I never said that, Aaron?
Yeah, we saw that, Kiki. And we also saw you giggle and laugh with him and say, oh, thank you for confirming it. Yeah.
And you said I had the curse of knowledge. I went, okay. There was this goes way too far back, but there was a time where I was extremely worried about a certain person, and the only thing I could feel, but
a certain person, like what? April? Yeah, we know you're talking about April, dummy. A certain person. Well, you're gonna try and cover it up now. You got to try and act like, oh, fuck it, I'm not talking about her specifically. No, we know what you're talking about, dummy.
It was not You have to take everything Aaron says with a grain of salt. He has a tendency to exaggerate. He would admit that. I didn't tell him any of that info. I said I need. I can't and don't want to tell you any of this, but like, could you help me out? I'm too fucking worried about it. And then it opened up a conversation eventually. So it wasn't like I called Aaron.
Wait, what? So you didn't tell Aaron anything, but it opened up a conversation eventually? So
That
you
led to it?
you did tell Aaron about that. And look at her. Look at her fucking big smile on her face. Hey, she's loving her work right now.
Said, I'm so sorry. I was wrong about everything. Here's everything that I've ever known in life. Like, that is not what happened. But for story purposes, I guess that he likes to tell it that way. He knows, you know. Hey.
Again, changing it. Completely changed it. She's like, I didn't ring and say, oh, here's everything I've ever known about everything. No, nobody's ever suggested you told him everything you've ever known about everything, because that'd be like a 3-second phone call. What we're saying is you rang Aaron and ratted April out to him so that he could expose it on a live stream later. That's what you did. And also, Kiki, you rang him to get April's parents' phone number. Did you call him? Or did you just tell Aaron April shit and leave it at that? Interesting. You've not mentioned anything about calling April's parents and trying to get her help, just that you called Aaron. I don't know. Maybe you don't give a... Sorry,
I was going to say, that's not the one guy you're looking for help from.
No. And it's not the one guy April's looking for help from.
Oh, hell no.
No. So... Oh, Jesus. She just doesn't get it. But this, Kiki explains the appropriate use of the word faggot.
Listen, we met Aaron and April at the same time, and we were all friends. And again, I know things that y'all don't know. And so if I want to talk to Aaron, I'm going to fucking talk to Aaron. Like, sorry if that is very disappointing to you, but...
Doing the Aaron thing. Sorry if that's disappointing. Talk to Aaron all you like, you dumb cunt. Don't act like you're looking out for April. You're not. You don't give a fuck about her. You couldn't care less about her. You just want the clicks.
It's
I don't think he's not a bad guy. Yeah.
He's not a bad guy.
Easy to make fun of, sure. But
I DM the guy. The problem with DMing fucking Aaron is no matter what you DM him about, he's gonna read it on air. Like I have never DM'd him and had him not read it on air.
I'll agree with Quadfather to an extent, because I'm in the same boat. I've never DM'd Aaron and have him not talk about it on air. Where you're wrong, Quadfather, is he doesn't read it on air. He gives his own interpretation on air.
Yes.
Every time Aaron has talked about my DMs, he's never accurately represented what I DM'd him. So you're a little bit wrong, Quadfather, but I'm with you. I'm still riding with you here.
Every single fucking time.
Well, then, listen, he is a good friend of ours. And, like...
Good friend. 6 months ago, he was manipulating me. I'm an innocent girl, and I was being manipulated.
I don't know what to tell you without, yeah. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, I'm not gonna say
damned if you're a fucking moron.
Anything more than that, but he's not a fucking monster. He's a good dude. So
not dude. A monster. He's a good dude. Was that Josh?
I said a good dude. Yeah, this is the person I want as a character witness in court for me.
Well, you probably do. Yeah, definitely.
That's all.
Dejois, you know the lovely Dejois, I'm sure. So is Gino done with slurs, sis?
Listen, Eugene and I have had plenty of talks about this. Plenty of them. Big difference from, listen, like I said on Simpcast, big difference. Remember in The Hangover? Paging doctor. Paging doctor. That's funny. A joke. Still a little untoward.
So first of all, she's not comfortable saying faggot. She has to go. So she's not comfortable saying it, but she's about to justify her husband saying it at will because I don't know. Apparently, it's funny.
Gino doesn't think that gay people were born wrong. He doesn't.
Okay.
He's never met an enemy. He thinks that.
Do ultra religious people think they're born wrong? Isn't the point that you're not born that way and that you choose to be that way?
Yeah, you chose that.
That's
Somewhere
what
down the
religious
line.
people say, right? Yeah. Like, anyway, NJ Ranger 201, thanks for the $1.99. He's a monster. Both Ashley and Ape in court documents, correct? It was said. But Kiki says he's not a monster because Kiki hung out with him twice. Let's not forget, Kiki hung out with him twice.
That's
Ashley
like
and
12
April.
times.
Yeah, Ashley and April were only married to him and living with him. Kiki hung out with him twice. She knows better than those two. What are you talking about? Poor comment, NJ Ranger.
Perfectly fine to be gay. If you think that
That means you're gay.
right, you think there's something wrong with it, that's where I get upset about it. Gino's a free speech and use words in a funny way. Words shouldn't be able to hurt you. But when your brain tells you...
All right, so you used words in a funny way. That last week we saw a clip where Gino said, all of these Dabbleverse faggots. Is it funny? Is that comedy? Or
He's just including everybody.
Is he just mad at the Dabbleverse? You know, is that for comedy or just being mad at people? I don't know. Yeah, sure, comedy.
Because of some man in the sky, that there's something wrong with gay people. See, who doesn't laugh at that?
Not me. That was just
That's the best of all time, and it's
right, it's
pointed
just-
at Gino, which is the
iconic.
best thing ever. That's so
But Gino doesn't feel that way. So there is a difference, sis.
Gino, yeah.
The cockiness at the end. Oop. The cockiness at the end. There is a different sis. Not really. Like it's if you're just screaming the word, like you don't care about those people's feelings. You know, it's like when Stuttering John says, it was a different time. When I used to say faggot, it was a different time. It was okay back then. Well, gay people were still offended by it. Like you just didn't care about their feelings back then. Now, like we kind of understand that it might hurt their feelings. And personally, I don't care. But I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to sit here and act like one person using it is better than another person using it. No, it's either good or it's bad. Like it's either okay or it's not.
If you want to be offended by faggot, go ahead and be offended by faggot if you're gay. But I think faggot goes across the whole board and can be used against anybody. So for them to think it's only them, bad on them.
Yeah, well, it's more just the thing of she's protecting her gay friends from this woman, but not from her husband. I don't know. It's just a very double standard. We got one more from Kiki, and this is what's this one? I'm not even going to tell you the fucking title of this clip because it just speaks for itself.
No. Yeah.
I think we all get a sense for the
Let me
guy.
just pause that. Let me go back so I can read this comment from B Smiley, who's never in our chat, always in the pretty antisocial chat. Oh, fuck, that's actually hard for me to read. Hang on, let me lean forward. Aaron is manipulative and a pathological liar.
Phony.
And phony. Yeah. That's what he said. Now, let's not forget, 6 months ago or 3 months ago, I forget the timeline, Kiki separated herself from Aaron and said, he manipulated me. Oh, we keeping you up, Robbie? You right? Or
Yeah, it's just stretching.
well, it was a big yawn. It was very loud. So yeah.
Oh.
Anyway.
The sun just rose.
Yeah. But anyway, she was saying, he manipulated me. I was manipulated. Poor me. So this B Smiley III has said he's manipulative, pathological liar, phony.
a sense for the guy just from what we see on podcasts.
Foibles, okay, everybody has their fucking foibles. Keep on listening to Melty, and get.
No, I mean, if you watch Steel Tail long enough.
All right, so keep listening to Melty. That's Patrick Melton. Yeah, Patrick Melton has never made me think anything I didn't already think, unless he said something really intelligent that I wasn't aware of, and occasionally he does that. Right, but I watch Patrick Melton because he has a funny breakdown of Aaron Imholt and an entertaining breakdown. Patrick has not told me anything I didn't already know about Aaron Imholt. This is like the dummy's guide to the internet. Like, oh, you're on this guy's side, so you're just listening to him blindly. No. We all have our own eyes and ears, dummy.
Yeah,
like anybody that's watched Steel Toe for enough amount of time can kind of see that he's not like
I said, he's an exaggerator. He is the world's biggest exaggerator. Absolutely. Liar, I don't know.
And there we go. Let's close the curtain on Kiki. A liar, I don't know. Are you the dumbest cunt that has ever existed? Are you fucking... Oh, my God. He's lied to you and about you, dummy. Like, this is fucking insane. Is he a liar? I don't know. I don't know about that.
How much more proof do you need?
Absolutely insane. Mr. Fuzzy... Wait, what? Mr. Fuddy Bottom Toe Beans. That's funny, no? If you're one who doesn't believe there's anything inherently wrong with you from birth, you of all people probably shouldn't use that word. Well, that's probably fair. Robbie, is there something inherently wrong with you from birth? Yes. The answer is yes.
Well, I mean, yeah, but not that.
Wait a minute. I don't know if Jay Scoop has got himself a pineapple filter or if Eccle's being cheeky, but hello, Eccles.
Hello, how's it going?
What's going on, Echo?
Hello. I was just watching in the background.
You saw us shitting on Keanu and you're like, I need to get a piece of this.
Yeah, for sure.
That was the last clip. What are you going to say?
Absolutely nothing about that piece of shit. But BYB is great. Go watch it at 5:00 tonight.
Yeah, look, I'll give Quadfather credit in terms of like he was a little bit hard on her, but at the same time, I was also watching back that stream and going, follow up, Quadfather, follow up on that bullshit. Like she's just said some fucking nonsense. Follow up on it. But no, he did pretty good. He didn't just let her be a fucking nonce, as you would say, Echo.
That's exactly what I would say, yeah.
Yeah. But I felt like he could have followed up on some stuff and really put her in a bind, but that's fine.
For sure.
Well, you're here just in time, Echo.
Have no loyalty to those two pieces of shit. Like, there's no loyalty among all the fake people. Everyone in the chat, they're all fucking losers that fucking live vicariously through this shit. They have no fucking lives. Shut the fuck up with your opinion. It's a friend of telling you, shut the fuck up and talk about things you know about, but don't lower yourself to the level of this bunch of... Fair? No, you're not allowed to say to me, let's say you were stolen, materialistic piece of shit.
Flat broke.
Mr. Fuzzy Toe Bottom. Fuck, I can't remember. Anyway, Beans. I mean that in the context of Gino's colorful vocabulary. Should have worded. No, look, I did kind of get it. I just, I get how it is in the chat sometimes. You got to fucking spit that shit out, and it's hard to type how you feel. But no, I get it. And cynically insane is Robbie in an outdoor library or something.
It's probably warmer outside than it is where I'm at. So.
The joke usually is that Robbie's cookbook's behind him. So yeah, it's a nice change. I don't have much Geno this week. Honestly, I did my prep really late in the day today. I was like, oh, I've got to go watch fucking Geno. And this clip actually randomly shuts off like in a random spot because an ad was about to play, and I'm like, I'm not going through all this again. Like I've got what I need. But like we've done the Geno thing a few times, and this isn't the first time this has happened. So like, it's not like I'm just plucking out a random fucking technical issue for Geno. But what we find out in this episode is Geno's not on his own anymore. It's a brand new studio, and he's now got a producer. But let's just see how. Oh wait, fuck! Where's that video gone? There it is. Let's just see again how Geno starts a show. Sorry again, 4.5 to 5 minutes of a silent intro of just
Oh god,
images flashing through. Like we've gone past that, and then this is I think this is a new press secretary for Donald Trump. Again, Donald Trump's got an attractive woman. That's great. So he played this clip. So this is the end of the clip, and then into the show.
Requirements to enter the White House complex.
Nice hair.
Do you have a car? Do you have a clean driving record?
So you remember how I said I cut the clip short because of ads?
Sure.
Yeah.
Did you know you could pay?
Oh,
Sorry, it was a funny clip. Oh my god!
All right, now how long before Geno or his producer figures out the sound issue?
Is that it's produced in the background?
What?
You just said that's a funny clip, or was that someone on here?
Oh no, that was us, one of us.
I think it's Robbie.
All right, sorry.
I think it's Robbie.
All right, sorry, Robbie. Sorry.
Yeah. So who's gonna guess how long before the sound issue gets figured out?
It's gonna be at least 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
I'm gonna go 45. I'll go 45.
I'll
go $1.
$1. All right, let's go.
He sounds great.
Do we get extra points? Do we get extra points if he gets annoyed at the person who points it out to him in the chat as well?
Gets better than that.
Oh god.
Replace Mabel with Keanu.
Okay.
As
Not
I
45.
mute my. Why can I hear me?
Did I win?
Oh god. You said $1, so no.
Yeah, no, you did not win.
Yeah, you don't win, but so spoiler alert, Keanu's his producer. They've got a 2-camera shoot now. Keanu's in her own little zone. So Keanu figured out that Geno was muted. She unmuted him. Geno just said, "Why can I hear myself?"
I'm like, why don't we try with the desk? Why don't we try with the desk if we got people coming in? Why the hell wouldn't we? And I got to tell you, I don't think this looks bad.
Wait, I think we're going to roll that back a fraction. I think I missed the fucking money shot. My bad.
Sure.
Apologies.
Able with Keanu as I mute my.
Wait, sorry. Well, I'm going right back. All right. Here we go.
Replace Mabel with Keanu as I mute my. Why can I hear me?
That's bad.
I'm like, why don't we try with the desk?
So Keanu knew he was muted. She opened his microphone. Gino went, "Why can I hear me?" And then remuted himself. He kept talking. And then Keanu was like, no, I'll unmute this again for you, moron.
Why don't we try with the desk if we got people coming in? Why the hell wouldn't we? And I got to tell you, I don't think this.
And yes, Echo, that siren is in Brooklyn or the project.
Yeah, because he's flat broke. Got you.
I mean,
Our house is a fire hazard right now, but it looks pretty good.
What? There's no sound, shit tick. No sound. Oh, there it is. You know why? Because I had muted. It was not you, Keanu. It was me.
Oh.
Yes, Gino, it was you.
Obviously.
But I have no doubt.
Don't touch a thing because I didn't unmute myself. But let's check in with producer Keanu. How are you, baby? How's it looking in the booth?
Oh, you look marvelous.
Look at her. Look at my wife. Isn't she great? We had a fun. Thank you. We took the day off yesterday. Sometimes here at Geno Land, here at In Hot Water. See the sign? The sign. There's a life around this stupid.
Yeah, maybe if you centered all of that, Gino, rather than sit off to one side of the screen and then just have all this screen doing nothing.
Can I ask
you
what's
look
up
at
with what's up with the abacus?
Stole it off some kid.
Yeah.
Some nursery got knocked over by Geno.
I would say that
he ain't got no money.
I would say that we get to it, Josh, but I'm not going to lie to you guys this week.
We don't.
An $8 neon fucking sign. At any rate, had some business to take care of yesterday, so we did that. That was great. And then we booked our guest. He'll be here in a moment. He's in the green room. Doing great.
Oh god!
All right, so yeah, that's where the ad in 5 seconds popped up. But
sure, I hate to tell him how to do his like design as well, but why wouldn't you have the in hot water where the massive load of blank wall is, rather than directly where your head is, and you're going to be constantly blocking it? Just asking, you know. But no more.
Yeah, and maybe have it a fraction higher so it's above your head and center it all.
If you want it to be by your head, sure, have it above your head, not like behind your head.
The head wrap and the jacket are clashing. That's all I can say. It's throwing me for a loop.
Pretty antisocial. Oh wait, no, that's shit show.
5 hit, 5 out.
Yeah, good point. Pretty antisocial. She's the worst. Look at my wife's butthole. Yes. It's still a question I want to ask is, did she squat over an iPhone to get the picture? Or did she bend over, spread the cheeks so that Gino could take the picture? I don't know.
Or someone else. I reckon it wasn't even
Or
Gino.
someone else. It might not have been
a selfie stick, maybe? I don't know.
I mean, Rover says in the corner with Gino. That might not be related to the butthole pic. I don't know. Who's this? Sorry, Echo?
5 hit, 5 out.
She does go to South Carolina every month. I bet it's to pick up Daddy's check.
Yeah.
I would not doubt that. All right. No, that's good. that was all the Geno I had. I just can't stomach it a lot of the time.
It is hard, yeah.
No, it's more Rumble fucking sucks. Rumble is so bad. I fucking hate trying to clip from Rumble. So yeah, Gino, try and fucking Bannervate on YouTube, please, because this is it's terrible to try and
I'm
clip.
surprised he doesn't hijack his missus' channel, to be fair.
Yeah, just go live on her channel. Yeah.
Be an employee for her. You'll be fine.
Oh, Rover, good question. Do you think she used the ring light for the butthole pic? It'd probably work, wouldn't it? Like, I think that's what the ring light is designed for. Pictures of the ring, right?
Literally designed that. Yeah, 100%.
Didn't say what ring.
And Jada Production says Mersh is going to sue Rumble. Please do, Mersh. They need to fix their shit. They really, really do. All right, we're getting close to the end of the show, but you'll remember last week Robbie suddenly got sick when he had homework.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't suddenly got sick.
You do seem to get sick a lot of the time when you have homework to hand in, I've noticed.
Yeah.
No, it's not true.
Well, he produced
Don't
two
mock
clips.
me.
He produced 2 clips for me this week. For those of you that don't know, Taylor Swift is dating a guy called Travis Kelce from the Kansas City Chiefs. And Taylor Swift is probably the biggest name in the NFL over the last few years.
Sad.
And anything related to Taylor Swift is a thing, you know? And so Jason Kelce, also an NFL player, center for the Philadelphia Eagles, won a Super Bowl, recently retired. They thought this guy's fucking going to be a star in broadcasting. And to be fair, I think he's doing a serviceable job as an analyst on ESPN and all that shit. He's got a personality. Fine. That's fine. They've given him a late night show. Robbie, which clip do I start with?
It's up to you, Chief.
No.
That's not how homework works. You don't give it to your teacher and say, you decide, teacher.
Yeah.
That's how I've always done homework. I was just like, you tell me what part's good and you do go with that.
First part, whatever the first one is, go with that.
I didn't clip it, Robbie. So how can I tell you what the best part is?
Let's go with the parade. Hey, I was thinking parade speech first.
We're starting with the speech. All right. So this is Travis Kelce speaking to the Philadelphia
Jason
Eagles.
Kelce.
Sorry, Jason Kelce speaking to the Philadelphia Eagles fans. When, Robbie? When was this?
After they won the Super Bowl, I forget which year, but
17
yes,
maybe.
Yeah, around there when they beat Brady in the Super Bowl. Thank you, man. Diggity.
You love the Philadelphia Eagles. Let me get a hell yeah.
All right, so this already feels like Aaron Imholt.
Hell yeah.
If you love Still Till Morning Show, give me a hell yeah.
You could say he copied Jason Kelce, though, to be honest.
No, they're copying Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's true.
Give me a rumble run. Rumble run.
I'm going to take a second to talk to you about underdogs. I know Lane and Chris just talked about this, but I don't think that it's been beat home enough. Howie Roseman, a few years ago, was relinquished of all control pretty much in this organization. He was put in the side, he was put in the side of the building where I didn't see him for over a year.
Why would you take this man seriously? I mean, I understand it's a parade. You're having a good time.
I mean, this is like 6 hours into the parade. He's probably had 15 beers.
Yes. It's kind of hard to take this seriously, though. And,
The headgear alone tells me not to listen
I like
to
I like the speech. Keep it going.
Who's he dressed as?
2 years ago,
I have no idea.
when they made a decision, he came out of there a different
Irish Aladdin.
man. He came out of there with a purpose and a drive to make this possible. And I saw a different Howie Roseman, an underdog, Doug Peterson. When Doug Peterson was
he looks like he's going to eat that fucking microphone every time he goes to talk.
hired, he was rated as the worst coaching hire by a lot of freaking analysts out there in the media.
Didn't they fire him like 2 years
Yeah,
later?
a year later.
Yeah.
This past offseason, some clown named Mike Lombardi told him that he was
He's a
the
clown.
least qualified head coach in the NFL.
Yeah, here's where it gets good.
I agree with you, Robbie, but when you're calling out individual journalists like that, Melton's making them feel, you know what I mean? Like that person made you feel something.
That's true.
And
That's
stuck
true.
with you, you know?
But here's
I
where it
think
gets
Josh
good.
was right as well because you can see the little shamrock on his head. Sorry. Irish Aladdin. You're correct.
Yeah. Good goal.
When he
Which
starts
what
Go
makes
ahead.
Jason Kelce Irish, by the way?
I hate that shit. I hate that, Rick. Just call yourself Americans. Just leave it at that. Jesus.
But Kelsey, how's that Irish anyway? Or am I missing something that cool?
God, fuck knows. Just give him a potato and shut him up.
Saw a Griffin, Doug Peterson. A man
here's
who
where it
went
gets
for it on
good.
4th and down. Went for it on 4th and down in the
Not yet.
Super Bowl with the trick play. He wasn't playing.
I should have clipped this part.
Just to go mediocre.
Well, I was watching a clip the other day. That was Nick Foles. I watched a clip. Nick Foles went over to him and said, "Do you want to eat a Philly special or something like that?
Yeah.
Do you want some Philly food?" And then he paused. He was like, "Yeah, all right." So it was like Nick Foles that called that play on 4th down.
Yeah, it's true.
Playing for a Super Bowl. And it don't stop with him. It
But here's
does
where I
not stop with
actually
him.
like it.
Jason Peters was told he was too old. Didn't have it anymore. Before he got hurt, he was the best freaking tackle in the NFL. McVay was told he didn't have it. Stephen Wisniewski ain't good enough. Jason Kelce's too small. Lane Johnson can't lay off the juice. Brandon Brooks has a...
Whoa.
Can't lay off the juice.
Can we go back? Oh, I just want to go back. He just threw that one in just quite quickly.
McVay was told he didn't have it. Stephen Wisniewski ain't good enough. Jason Kelce's too small. Lane Johnson can't lay off the juice.
Lane Johnson can't lay off
That's
the
why
juice.
I said that's the funny. That's why it gets good. Because
And has
Lane
problems
Johnson
with
has
his
been
wife.
busted for steroids roughly 1,000 times in his career. So
That's great.
Brandon Brooks has anxiety. Carson Wentz didn't go to a Division I school. Nick Foles don't got it. Corey Clement's too slow. McCarron Blood ain't got it anymore. Jay and John can't stay healthy. Torrey Smith can't get it. Nelson Aguilar can't get it.
Torrey Smith can
Does he-
definitely catch.
So-
I watch him.
yeah,
play
no. If
football.
you listen real closely right here before you hit play, when he says Aguilar can't catch, I'm pretty sure you can hear somebody. It's muffled in the background. Go, that's true though. If you
Out
listen
of
real
in-
close.
Out of interest, obviously I don't follow this like you guys, but does he hate all of these people that he's bad-mouthing at this parade?
No, these are his
No, I
teammates.
know. I know.
That's actually really funny.
He's doing roll call.
It's okay to kind of do it a little bit, but when you're like, and he's lazy, and he's shit at his job, and he's drinking too much, it's like, all right, calm down. That's a bit much.
It's a whole team of underachievers, man.
Yeah,
Seriously.
for sure.
Pretty antisocial. Have a great day, boys.
Yeah.
See you later. Oh, really? You're not going to stick around for the fucking Jason Kelce talk? All right. I thought we were a team. Anyway.
Zach Ertz can't block. Brett Selleck's too old. Brandon Graham was drafted too high. Benny Curry ain't got it. Mo Allen can't fit the scheme. Michael Thomas can't fit the scheme. Nigel Bradham can't catch. Jalen Mills can't cover. Patrick Robinson can't cover. It's the whole team.
All right. That got good.
Fuck!
Yeah. That's why I was
Did
laughing
you do
earlier,
that?
Robbie.
Because I cropped that out
No,
on
yeah, Robbie. I went in and edited
And added
and
it.
put your fucking screen on it. That's what I did. I made sure I had the same fucking.
He does that to me all the
videos
time,
made.
Robbie. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
yeah,
He does it to me all the time.
No, I think you did because I made sure.
You think he
Yeah,
did?
You think
Idiot.
I did? So why would
He would put in that effort to make me look like an. Don't mock me, pineapple.
I didn't even put that effort into this show. Come on,
Yeah.
dude. You know,
You're really giving him far too much credit.
dude. That's definitely on you, man. How could I recreate that screen? How could I do that?
No, I'm saying
It's not the same
maybe
screen
you
as
like
mine.
re-entered it or I don't know.
How could I re-enter it if you'd fucking edited it, you moron?
Also, what a coincidence that Aussie guy assumed that you left it running too long on your side. Like, how would he know that you did that?
You could have cropped it out there. I'm still blaming you. You didn't have to make me look like a moron.
I know I
He
did
doesn't have
because
to
you made
try.
it.
He really
You
doesn't
made a
have to.
comment earlier that meant I had to make you look like a moron. So, pretty antisocial. Sorry, sports is where I leave. It's not about sports. It's about us being fun and entertaining. Jesus,
It's Taylor Swifty. Come on, that's what we're doing.
I'm
mate.
never watching a fucking Letiti episode ever again. I'll tell you that.
Oh, that's great.
Oh,
No more cuddle buddies.
yeah. Fair dinkum. All right, no. The point of Robbie bringing that, look, that did get fun in the second half, and he's clearly pretty sauced, fired up,
On his
Energetic.
own juice. He was on his own juice.
Energetic.
Yeah.
I mean, for 15 beers in to do all the roll call, that's pretty clever. And then you get to
There's
his
probably a bit of
acting.
cocaine
His
involved,
acting.
but, yeah.
Just a little.
But no, yeah. So now we get to Jason Kelce got given a show called what is it?
Late
This
night
is
with
Late
Jason
Night?
Kelsey, I believe.
Yeah, but I think it's called This Is Late Night.
This
That's
is Late
kind
I don't know. It's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
it's very creatively named. I know that.
Now,
Very
so
inventive.
I'm going to give Robbie credit and the fact that he chose a thing where he was in the same outfit. That was the point of it, right, Robbie?
Sure.
But yeah, that was fun. You know, a guy having some fun. Let's have a look at this. This is comedy, by the way.
Yeah, this is supposed to be hilarious, by the way. I guess it is if it's in an unintentional way.
I know we've got a couple of Eagles fans here, but this is the Eagles stadium where Jason Kelce played, what, 13 years? Yeah.
Hello, Stadium, my old friend.
Hello, Jason. Looking impeccable as always.
Thanks, Stadium.
Oh, big night tonight. How you feeling?
Couldn't be more excited.
Oh, now that doesn't sound like the former All-Pro Super Bowl champion that I know. Tell Stadium what's on your mind.
You know, it's just
Johnny Carson, Jay Leno, David Letterman, Conan O'Brien, Jason Kelce.
the last 13 years I came here. And now, each week, I'm in a different city, a different stadium. It's just not the same. Feels like I've made a giant mistake.
Mistake? Now you listen to Stadium and you listen good. You're Jason Kelce. You're a man of the people. You endeared yourself to the entire city of Philadelphia, and you'll do the same thing.
Comedy, ladies and gentlemen. Comedy.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't want to interrupt this comedy gold, obviously. But so with soccer, we have like stadium names, yeah. So like, I don't know if you know any, but like there'd be Wembley, there'd be Old Trafford, there'd be Stamford Bridge, and it would be almost sacrilege if like one of their most like historic players came out and was touching it and was like, stadium.
Well,
does this have a name? Does this have a name, or have they changed names a few times?
Pineapple, this is where we diverge from your socialist country. In America, we get people to pay, and then they name the stadium whatever the fuck it is. I mean, one stadium almost went with BBC because Bang Bros offered them $100 million one time.
Yeah, so this is what, Lincoln Financial Field? Is that
They
name?
call it,
I
believe so. They call it the Link.
Yeah, they've tried to be like, oh, it's this cool place, we'll call it the Link, and not realize it's named after a fucking bank.
So
Sure, but has it been called that for 13 years? Is my question.
Well, Mint Diggity, can you let us know? So now it's our stadiums are named and financed by banks. Mint Diggity, what was the name before they became sponsored stadiums? Do you know what this stadium was called before that?
It may be new enough that it was always sponsored.
Well, that's a good point. Yeah, because Dallas has always been AT&T Stadium.
Or Jerry World.
I mean, our stadium here in Perth is named after, always named that since day one, says Mint Diggity. So it's a new stadium. Yeah.
We do have a few newer stadiums that are called after, like there's the Etihad, Man City Stadium, which is after the foreign.
Yeah, we had Etihad Stadium in Melbourne for a while. There's a stadium in Melbourne that has had 5 different names, because it's just the sponsors change. The stadium here in Perth is a phone company. Like I just call it Perth Stadium. But yeah, like that's the way of it now. But we've got the Melbourne Cricket Ground, the Sydney Cricket Ground, Adelaide Oval. They will never sell sponsorship rights, or maybe not in my lifetime. But some of them, they're like, an extra fucking $1 million or $2 million, whatever the number is, they'll take it. Mint Diggity says it's like 15 to 20 years old. Okay. So it's a pretty fresh stadium. Yeah, fair.
Anymore.
And it's playoff season. That's when Kelsey shines.
You know what? Yeah. You're right, Stadium. I knew I'd feel better talking to you.
All right, so this is the moment, Eccles. You've got a reasonable comedic mind. This is the moment where it could potentially get funny. It wouldn't be funny, because I could see where it was going. I just want to be clear, it doesn't go there. But, Eccles, what would you see to be the moment here that they've had a moment together, Kelsey in the stadium?
Mm-hmm.
What would be the moment here to get maybe a little bit of a laugh?
Right, so I don't know if this specific team, are they going into the Super Bowl?
They're in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. They are. Okay, all right. So, all right, you can't go that direction of being like, well, obviously, nothing to do with you guys this year. I don't know. Would it pan away and maybe there'd be like all the camera crew just looking at him all confused while he's talking to a stadium?
I may have paused a fraction early and put you on the spot a little bit, but you're on the right track to what I was thinking.
Right. Come on, hey. Bring it in.
A hug from Kels. Now we're talking. I love a good hug.
So that's the moment. Exactly, Eccles. That's the moment. You pan out. There's a few people standing there going, what the fuck is Jason Kelce doing? He's
or like
talking to this.
Did they do stadium tours like over there where people go around getting shown?
Yeah, you
maybe
could.
something like that where they don't hear
Yep.
the stadium, they just hear him
Exactly.
go, oh,
Exactly.
stadium, what?" And they're
Yeah.
like, oh god, yeah.
So
And if you,
yes,
if
so
you
a
look
group-
to
a
your
group-
right, you'll see a overgrown leprechaun.
yes, a
Making
group
molesting
of
the
tourists
poor.
come through, see
Yeah.
Jason Kelce talking to the stadium and then hugging it. That's the joke, all right? Not a funny joke, old hack shit. But
Maybe it
that's the
pans
joke.
out and there's beer cans on the floor as well or something.
Yeah, something along those lines. Let's see how this closes out.
Sure.
Thanks for the pep talk, Stadium. I think I'm ready.
You got it, buddy. Have a great show. Oh, and tell the Giants thanks for Saquon.
God damn it all!
Honestly,
Back to
guys,
back,
stop
Robbie.
putting that in there. Stop putting it in there.
Back.
God, always sabotaging Robbie.
I know, it's horrible.
But yeah, that's just
And they promoted the shit out of this thing too.
yeah, that's gross. Like, oh. I mean, I get it. ESPN
What do you think
needs
we'll
to
add to the
fill
scene?
hours
Oh,
of-
let's do cheesy, like Creative Commons background music while we drive this little mini car. So
Yeah. But also, like the stadium having the deep voice, like it'd probably be funnier if the stadium had a high pitched voice or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Who knows?
I don't know.
Well, like
Might be
Robbie's voice.
slightly
or
more
something.
amusing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
fuck you,
When Robbie
pineapple.
goes, what the fuck? Yeah, something along those lines. No, thank you for clipping that, Robbie. And you know
Kind
what? I think Chris Doherty, who says yes, stadium tours, thank you, and Mint Diggity, yikes! I think they'll love to see a former Philadelphia Eagle looking like a dickhead. So, you know, feel free to go back through other episodes and clip some more shit, Robbie, in future episodes. All right?
Okay.
Very good.
Good work,
Oh
Robbie.
yeah, because he does pull a. He goes when he goes on stage or whatever. He goes up to his locker and pulls his Carhartt out like he's Mr. Rogers or some shit. I mean,
I
haven't
watched
seen
the
that part
clip.
yet.
I watched the clip of it, right, and he had a microphone in his hand, and he's waving the microphone everywhere. And I'm like, all right, he's got a lapel mic. He doesn't need this mic. Why does he have this mic in his hand?
Mic,
Because he's
yeah.
waving it everywhere. But then I realized I didn't clip it because I realized he had the mic because he was bringing people up on stage, and they needed the mic, like people out of the audience. So I was like, all right, we can't make fun of this because there was a reason for it. But at the same time, maybe don't give him the mic if he's just going to wave it around, put it down by his leg while he's talking and shit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
just wait till there's a guest to hand it to.
Yes, exactly. Or just have someone like a producer or something in the audience.
Yeah.
You know
Put
you're
it on
bringing
the
these
guest.
two guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, put it on
you
them,
know you're
yeah.
bringing these two guys up. Like they're out of the audience. Just have a producer there going, hey, guys, you're going to need this mic. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Jason Kelce sucks as a late night host. I don't want to upset Mint Diggity and Chris Doherty. You know, he's an excellent center. I will say that. He's up there.
First ballot Hall of Famer.
So
Yeah,
is he
absolutely.
replacing kind of like James Corden and what have you? You know, is it that kind of night host, or am I getting missing a trick?
No, this was actually, I think it was only
Is it
greenlit.
more
5 or 6 episodes?
It was 6 episodes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, it was only greenlit for the playoffs and up
Oh,
to the
okay.
Super Bowl. So, yeah, look, I don't see it coming back. I wouldn't imagine other than ESPN
Just to high
being
demand,
super
Yeah.
desperate for content. But yeah, absolutely ridiculous. And it's literally just because Travis Kelce allegedly puts his dick in Taylor Swift. That's why Jason Kelce got that show.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
think
'cause I don't-
if they are a real couple, I would bet everything Travis Kelce proposes because Travis Kelce is the most self-centered bitch on earth. If they win the Super Bowl, he'll want to make it all about him, like in the past when he called the Cincinnati mayor a jabroni and just went on this rant on the stage and tried to take the mic from Jim Nance. And everyone's like, "Oh, there's no chance he'd do that and steal the spotlight." The fuck he would!
Yeah. No, well, it reminds me of WrestleMania about 10 years ago. John Cena proposed to Nikki Bella in the center of the ring. And a lot of people have done the meme. They're like, Taylor Swift's like, yeah, it's all rigged. And yeah, he's going to propose to me at the Super Bowl. You know, yeah, I would not be surprised. Rover, He knows the show's about to close, and he's fucking popped in with another 20.
Thank you, Rover.
Rover is the fucking man. You're the best, Rover. He's been around the whole show. I noticed him from Word Jump. He's watched the entire show. So thank you, Rover.
He's a good egg.
A very good egg. One of the best eggs, to be honest.
Not a big fan of eggs, but yes.
He's top shelf.
He would only go with the absolute elitist bacon. That's all I can say. And it would
not a big fan of bacon either. I know that.
How are you so fat and not a fan of bacon? What the fuck?
Yeah, like salads and spring water.
If you're that fat,
like salads either.
If you're that fat, you have to consume a lot of bacon. What is wrong with you?
Sausage links.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's just the grease.
Yeah. Mint Diggity, our resident Eagles fan, please shit on that show. Kelsey seems like a good egg, but what is he doing in show business? Yeah, agreed, Mint. I like Jason Kelce. I really do. I think he's a good personality. It's just he's not a let's put him on television and give him an own show personality. It's you're a good guy to be an analyst on ESPN or CBS or whoever the fucking station is. Yeah, you can. He can have some fun on a broadcast.
Robbie, did he do 6 episodes? Did you say 6 episodes of that
yeah.
show?
Yeah, it was
about an hour each.
I'll tell you what, then you can help Aussie Guy do some members only shows, even if they're like pre-recorded or whatever. Based on those 6 episodes, there's 6 different members only.
That's a good call. Yeah, Mint Diggity, become a member, or maybe you just got gifted by.
Oh, damn it! Yeah, too late.
yeah.
It's fine. Just like one on my channel. It's fine. It makes up for it.
Yeah. Now, thanks for doing that, Robbie. We're having some fun at Jason Kelce's expense. Is a good time. We've got one more show before the Super Bowl, so we won't do some Super Bowl stuff. Echo, thank you for popping on.
Wait. We have one more show before the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
No, you've got another one.
You got Sunday. Yeah.
I thought we're doing an after show for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we're doing our usual show, and then we'll do an after show.
Oh, okay.
I'm grifting like a cunt for the next week.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I would have completely slept in and missed that morning show, so I'm glad you clarified that.
No, we're doing our usual show, but then we're doing a post Super
Bowl. Okay, that's good to know.
So we'll talk Super Bowl and next Sunday. We won't talk about the trade in the NBA, but Luka Doncic got traded to the Lakers today for Anthony Davis and a whole bunch of other shit. It is a bonkers trade. One of the craziest trades in NBA history.
But it wasn't a whole lot of other shit. That's the crazy part. Like,
what I mean by a whole lot of the shit is just like, there's draft picks going here and scrubs going here and there. And,
but like when
Doncic for Anthony Davis.
Yes, but when Paul George got traded to the Clippers, if you look at that, they got like 4 first-round picks and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander back. Then Paul George isn't nearly the player when he got traded to the Clippers that Luka Doncic is, and they got maybe a quarter of what the Oklahoma City got for Paul George. It's just a baffling trade on the Mavericks side.
What's crazy is it's a franchise player being moved at age 25. Like, I would go back to like Barkley going to Phoenix back in like 92. But like even then Barkley wanted to go. There's never been a team that said we want to offload our franchise player.
Especially in a league like the NBA where it's star driven, where one player can make a team good or make a team bad.
Yeah. And I look, clearly there's issues. Yeah, Mint Diggity says Luka is 25 years old, something going on behind the scenes. 100%. I know they've talked about, they worry about his conditioning. He doesn't keep himself healthy enough, keep himself in shape. But I think he's definitely got to. Yeah, he doesn't like playing defense. Definitely
which I can empathize with. I loved playing basketball back in the day, but defense sucks, man. It's a pain in the fucking ass.
Yeah.
Robbie, just throw it down low, baby. Throw it down low.
Rebounds and posts, that was my good thing. If you wanted me to move my feet, fuck you.
How many 3-second violations does this guy have?
Yeah, no, yeah, I got called for my fair share of 3-second violations. That was bullshit. They should have never implemented that rule.
Just Josh and I just linked up mentally. Then we both said the same thing.
I would do that thing where if anyone runs even a half second into the key, I'd just stretch my arm out and hope the ref would consider that like proximity so it would reset the 3-second clock.
Yeah. What I will say, the more I thought about it, Kyrie, Anthony Davis, and Klay Thompson, providing Klay Thompson gets in a rhythm, that's not a bad lineup for the Dallas Mavericks. It's not.
Klay Thompson was 5 years ago.
Yeah, but like if he gets in a rhythm, like I think he's one of, if not the best catch and shoot guys that's ever been. I don't hate this for Dallas. For the Lakers, yes, this year. For the Lakers, this year's cooked. You're not winning a championship with no fucking...
You weren't going to anyway.
No, I know, but, bringing in Luka, like, it's great. Like, yeah, there's this great scorer, but Luka and LeBron together, I don't know about that. No front court. Absolutely no front court. The Lakers are cooked. They got to do more work in the offseason to try and make this championship team next year. LeBron's only got so long left, but... Yeah, I guess they want to ride with Luka for the next.
No, I would do that
years.
trade every day as the Lakers because you weren't going to win the championship this year, so you might as well set yourself up for the next 7 years.
But I just see Luka as one of those guys. He's just going to be a
white Carmelo, like a Euro Carmelo.
Yes. Yep, 100%. Well done. Wait, what's going on here? Jada Productions is bringing up an AFL question. What does Aussie guy think of Tim Kelly contract talks on hold? Get rid of him? Yeah, I don't see there being any value in it, J-Dub. In like, we don't want to sign him to a big deal. He's done. We're in a completely new rebuild. I don't see any point in trying to stick around Tim Kelly.
I agree with. Once he started talking AFL, I could have put that meme up too.
No, I just saw the question. I was like, I got to answer. Like, it's someone.
No, I don't blame you, but like, I have who's Tim Kelly? What the fuck?
I'd love to get Chad Warner, J-Dub. I get a feeling he'd go to Fremantle because they have a much better list at the moment. But I'd love to get Chad Warner. That would be great, and the timing would be really, really good.
You can see the pineapple's eyes glazing over. It's actually quite impressive.
Fuck him. You know what? Fuck him. Plug your shit, Pineapple.
2 p.m. Eastern. There you go.
Nice.
That's it. All right, cool.
Love it.
Josh?
NJ Hunt 02 on X, and that's it.
Robbie?
You can find us at Official USA Pod on X, and you can find me. You should have saved that burp for when I put my plug in, to be honest. Yeah. You can find me at Mariner Robbie on X as well.
Thank you very much.
Bacon lover.
Next week, Tuesday, Ekel and I have teamed up with Pretty Antisocial Pod for the show Towing the Lie.
Check it out.
We're breaking down different aspects of Aaron M. Holt, but also that's not the whole focus of the show going forward. There will be different things going forward. Right now, it's Aaron M. Holt, but we will have different aspects. We'll just
cover the bald spot.
But I think we have a good time working together, and I think we bring different aspects. So check out Pretty Antisocial. Subscribe to them. Subscribe to Eccles' channel. Eccles Pineapple. Put a 3 with the last E should be. And of course, hit like, subscribe, and comment here if you're watching later. Leave a comment. I've not been good at replying to comments, but I will get onto that.
Say nice things about me.
Please insult Robbie as much as you can.
And I'll reply to those comments. I promise you, everyone that insults Robbie, I'll reply to that comment.
In fact, every insult to Robbie, I'll reply as well. So you guarantee 2 replies.
Yeah.
Otherwise, on Twitter, I am at that sussy guy. Just imagine that Aussie guy. Put an S where the A should be. We'll catch you next time on United States of Australia.
Flat broke.